Oh yeah, forgot. Eludria lives with you guys.
Yeah.
Could hear players up until recently, no longer hearing them though. Wonder what recently mean.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's from the break, we came back at 10. We've bullshit. Oh, no, we came back at like 10:10. We've bullshitted again for the last till 10:35 is when I pointed it out. He said it at
30.
10:26, so probably as soon
We're
as
at
the
about
stream
30
started up
minutes.
again.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
Uh-uh.
It was just kind of us explaining the witch and the trolls
So
and our
terrible.
plan.
I hate
Jupiter
that.
in the game would be super pissed off right now. Is super pissed off. He's like, bitches, I
What?
want to fucking save this girl, but
Oh yeah.
I'm outnumbered here, so
Oh, you're
fuck
not.
it, I
I want
guess.
to go back to town. You're not alone. You're with the majority.
No. Like I want to go to I want to go kill the witch.
Oh yeah.
This is me
Same.
breaking my pacifism in a way to save this girl, and I
No,
don't
you're
know
not.
why, but he has a weird
Akasame wants to go
connection to
kill
her.
it too.
Well, I know, but like we're going to Makoma first,
Well, we're going to Takasu
and
first,
then well, yeah, then Makoma.
which is closer to the witch.
Oh, it
And
is. I
then
didn't know that.
yeah, and Makoma, the witch is south,
Oh,
and
I thought.
Makoma is a couple weeks to the east, right? It's a long journey,
Okay,
so
we
we kind
should.
of gotta grab some stuff.
I won't talk about that since the stream's not up. Oh wait,
Also, Worthon, if he doesn't get medical attention, he's actually probably gonna die. So.
that's the one thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
All
Should
right.
we?
Yeah, we should.
I am back. GM is back. So apparently the audio cut out right as you guys were talking to the. Oh, what the fuck? I think
Yeah,
the
we hear you.
stream broke while I walked away.
Oh, cool. So everything's fucking up.
Oh hey, Twitch is back up.
I might stop streaming to Twitch, honestly. Twitch is the one that keeps having issues, which is really weird.
And from what I've noticed, there aren't a lot of D&D streams on there, so I mean it'd be nice, but I think YouTube and Facebook is where we're gonna get a lot because lots of people stream to Twitch, but like lots of people
Yeah.
stream to Twitch. I think we'll reach a
Yeah.
wider audience on Facebook. And speaking of which, I'm gonna go to Facebook and I'm gonna go share the stream everywhere.
Yeah, Twitch is like breaking this.
Also, if we're doing a bunch of share stuff, Eludra, why don't you go ahead and share the link to that Yulitsun video in the chat somewhere or something. Go check it out a bit, Hawk YouTube.
So yeah, Banda Hawk Gaming. That's
Yeah.
it's gonna be a community for everyone where anyone of any kind of anything can just get together, shoot some shit, and just enjoy some stuff. Play
Yeah,
some
you
games.
guys should explain that more to me because I know I've dipped out a lot recently. You guys have talked a lot after stream, but maybe after stream today, if you guys are cool with
Yeah.
me joining in and jumping in with you guys.
I mean,
I'd love
Yeah.
more.
there's no problem at this point since we just kicked everyone out of the stream by restarting them all. I could do a quick little blurb on that, and then we can resume D&D. Or do you want to just get back to D&D now?
No, yeah, that works because I'm
Go back
actually
to
really
D&D.
interested and I'd love to participate with you guys if you don't mind.
Yeah. So
And it's a good plug.
Band of Hot Gaming. Fuck, we started that 5, 6, 7.
5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago. For a long time, it was a really active gaming community. We had like 200 people pretty actively playing. Some people had their own videos. We did plugs for them, etc. We did a lot of Destiny videos, like other just shoot the shit games like Killing Floor and Bloodborne, Dark Souls, things like that. So we have a website. We've got YouTube channel. We had all that like Twitter and everything. And then 3 years ago, I got super injured, like concussion for several months, and wasn't able to keep up on shit. So then it kind of fell apart a bit. That's okay. So it fell apart a bit. The website got under disarray and is filled with viruses, and I don't have the time or capacity to fix it. It's still technically a website, but there's.
I'm not too worried about the website though.
I'm not too worried about it either, but there's a lot of Iranian t-shirts on there for like sports leagues if you want those. apparently, because that's what the
Expensive.
viruses are selling. But generally, we've got an awesome YouTube channel filled with a bunch of content. There's some really cool showcase videos of the old Band of the Hawk group doing some games like Destiny and Dark Souls and shit. Pretty well edited. And then we've got a bunch of D&D streams of Eludria's old campaign. Ridiculous amount of uncut content that we need to clean up. And then we've got some cool streams, and then more recently, J-Buck especially has been getting into some video editing and practicing and getting better at that. And
Wow.
Throwing some
I
random
don't know
clips
how
together and
interested you
stuff.
guys are in playing Minecraft or anything, but I own a server that no one plays on except myself, so I could totally donate that web IP to you guys if you guys want to do Minecraft videos or something.
I'm not
It's
too into
whatever.
Minecraft myself, but I know Gats, you're
I
Or
used to
modded
be
modded
huge into it.
Minecraft
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I've been
But
running.
that's the thing,
is-
like in the community, some people might. I don't know.
And
Even if we don't, you know.
but that's where we're at right now. Is we're getting Band of the Ancients going again. Also starting to get Band of the Hawk going again. So we're gonna be looking for cool people who like to game with us and game independently. And if they want to do little videos or try and get some streams set up, I'm looking at ways that we can kind of cross post and stuff in a way that's a bit organized, so we can all enjoy each other's content. So
Yeah,
but
we're gonna try not flooding the Band of the Hawk YouTube with like the same amount of streams we have from D&D.
yeah,
We don't want to keep piling on there.
but
So we might think about streams somewhere else. But
we're
yeah.
looking at ways to organize it better. But it's pretty sweet overall. Though, Band of the Hawk Gaming is just a community of gamers and geeks and nerds doing geeky nerdy game stuff.
And hopefully
So what
Eludria
you're
is
saying is I
posting
need
links
to get
to
a
the latest
PS4
video.
with you guys.
That would be
Or
dope.
PS5 when it comes out.
Or PS5 when it comes out.
That's true.
I'm not getting.
I should start work on Monday if I get this job. I just filled out the rest of my application. I had an interview, so let's hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can after the game or sometime, maybe even tomorrow, I'll post some links. You guys can go check out what we had, and
Okay.
it's pretty fun.
Good
Okay,
times.
so Eludria.
Do we want to?
Can you hear me, audience? Tech wizard. I can tell just from watching XSplit that it's having technical difficulties with Twitch. Are you able to hear us at all on like Facebook and YouTube and stuff? If you're there. Don't know if he's there, but
Also, if
Quick, somebody check.
I can hear us on Facebook.
Okay. I don't even know if Twitch is working.
Twitch is working.
Okay.
Nope. It's Facebook. Never mind. That was Facebook.
I can hear us.
We
Yeah,
got
I can
one.
hear us on Twitch. We're good
Let's
on
keep
Twitch.
going.
Okay. Cool. Let's just hope that it keeps working. So apparently, where the audio cut out, where y'all guys were talking, oh come on, now it's
You're a good boy, I know.
my roll 20's frozen. Sweet. Let me just try and refresh it. Anyways, where you guys apparently cut out was right when you were trying to talk to the elf about where to go. So, the party... Yeah, I don't even know if like the part with you giving her money and all the sly stuff, I think all that's gone.
I think we should just recap what all happened.
So essentially, party convinced Furious to guide them. They're trying right now to decide whether or not that's to the town of the south or the one of the east. Either way, Winter gave her 100 gold. There was some cheeky comments back and forth, picking on Winter. The party told the elf guide about the Cave of Goblins and assured her that these goblins are super nice and aren't threatening anybody.
Party's a strong term there.
Yeah. Jupiter
told her.
Jupiter.
Nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, super nice goblins.
share stuff. Ludra. Yeah, Ludra.
Jupiter. Jupiter.
Okay,
Oh,
so
God.
that's working somewhat. And then Yakasame and Jupiter, you were explaining to the elf about this witch of the south, and you were talking amongst yourselves about, are we going to go and help these kids and deal with this witch? Are we going to go down to the town and try and check in with Cleavad and how the kid's doing and talk to the village elder? Or go circumvent that and go straight to the town to the east, which is where Awarthon and Yakasama were heading.
Just to clarify, the town to the east is like a couple weeks, you said?
At a slow walking pace, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. And then the town to the south is like 12 hours.
More than that, depending on the route you take and how fast you go. Because if you remember, it was a few hours to get from the town of the south up to the Goblin Cave, and then you guys spent 12 hours in a maze
In a
going
maze.
northward, so not quite that far if you go as the crow flies. From there,
Also
it
with
was
the
another
ranger
couple
leading
hours, and then another couple hours. So if you're super quick, like almost running, you could probably do it in a day. But probably going to be a bit longer than that.
Okay. So our choices are head south to Takasu, where the witch is also to the south. So we can kind of do those together if we wanted to. Or like you said, we can go to Takasu and then head out, or we can just head straight and head out. What do you guys think?
How far is the witch, would you say, from the Makoma place? If you
Couple
had to
weeks,
guess.
is that right? Couple weeks.
Oh.
It'll be so. Right now, we're between essentially Momoka.
You're almost due north of Takasu,
Come on.
which is
Yeah, we're
the
like
high elf town. And
we're much closer to Takasu.
you're a couple days walk north of Takasu, probably. If you hustled, you could probably make it within a day. And then down the road to the east is Makoma, and then from what you've gathered, the witch is south of Takasu.
So either way, from where we're at or from Takasu, it's going to take us. What you said, 2 weeks?
About, yeah. Give or
About
take.
2 weeks. So if we head out now, it'll take us 2 weeks. If we head out from Takasu, it'll take us like 2 weeks and 2 days. If that helps kind of give you an idea where we're at.
And Awarthon's chiming up. And if we go down into a southern forest after which, who knows how long it's going to take.
True.
Again, I'm not saying not to, but if we try to save every single person that we encounter that's in trouble, we're not doing ourselves a favor. If you...
Iletsun, what do you think? I say in my head.
Oh.
Actually, I'll press that out loud. I'll say it out loud.
Yeah, you say it out loud. I mean, if it were me, and I was still alive and kicking, I'd take some of my boys, and we would go down and kill this witch and save those kids. But
Yeah.
you don't really have an army. You're tough.
Looks around at the party.
Don't get me wrong. You're tough, Yakasame. You could probably do some stuff, but I don't know about combing the forest with what you have and how well that's gonna go. I mean, if you remember right, they said it turns to swamp or something. Cassie said some bullshit. I only heard half of it.
That's true. I do remember that now.
So
She's saying that out loud. Yeah, guys, I think we should probably stay away from the witch. Probably not our fight. We don't have enough to handle that.
So what you're saying is that We go south, resupply, and then head to Macoma.
That's my thoughts. It'll take us 2 extra days, well 4 total,
What?
to get there, and then to here, and then to get to Macoma. So we're going to be adding 4 days to the trip, but I think we can get a Warthon looked at because he has a hole in him, and then maybe we can buy some supplies. Maybe get a horse or something, a cart. I don't know how much money you guys have.
And
I'm gonna
the
slap
elf ranger
Warthon in the gut.
slaps her jingly purse.
I
And you're gonna
slapped mine too.
Winter,
Which I
what did
gave
you
you some
say?
before.
I slapped Warthon in the gut where the ballista went through.
Oh yeah, he collapsed and starts coughing horribly.
Yeah, he's really hurt.
And he's crying now and looks up. Why would you do that?
I just wanted to make sure you didn't have a hole in you anymore.
He still does. I'm gonna try to help him up.
And he takes your hand. The
Yeah, no, he
ranger
really
had
needs some
stopped
help.
leading the way at this point.
As much as I'd like to advise against it, I think Yakusame might be right. I don't think we have the power that we need to take out this witch. From what I have seen already, those crows were quite difficult to deal with in and of itself. She'll probably have thousands more there.
Plus,
I
we would have
want
to try to find a witch in a swamp.
exactly.
Just us.
That could just be a death trap.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I would at least like to check on the girl.
Me too.
All right, let's go.
Takasu!
And Orthon, though still tears in his eyes, does have a bit of a relieved smile. Hope almost
Put my
on
arm
his
around him.
face. A little bit of hope.
Come on, Awarthon. We're not gonna let you die yet.
Wipe that hope off your face. There's no sense in that in the world. That's a joke. Don't take it seriously.
Joke. Not canon, not canon.
And, Furious. So, we're going straight to Takasu, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then it is our understanding you have business in Macoma as well, so we will hopefully accompany you and you accompany us there.
I have no business in Macoma. In
Well, at
fact,
least you'll be closer to the witch once you're to Takasu.
I'm not going to
And-
venture by myself down into the southern forest and into a swamp to fight a witch. But I will,
Yeah.
as soon as I'm done leading you guys bumbling through this forest, meet up with my companions, and discuss whether or not this is something we can add to our agenda.
Thank you.
Though, as you
Well-
said, it's not a fight.
Well,
understand.
as you do wish to, or if we ever get to that point, hopefully we can meet up again and maybe band together as allies, us 4 or us 8. And one day,
We would definitely stand more of a chance with your guys here, but
If you guys decide to assault the southern forest and swamps, try and send some word northward into the woods. We'll find you.
appreciate it.
And she picks up the pace and leaves the trail and starts heading more as a deer would through the forest, hopping over logs, going through the more natural paths of the woods. And oh, you can do it, game. What the heck? Pardon me, as Roll20 took away my DM privileges. So give me a second.
Fiddlesticks.
Silly DM.
you don't need to DM.
You don't need privileges.
No, I don't, right?
Sounds like your DM privilege showing, dude.
Yeah. What a technically difficult night. But not the worst. Not the worst.
I love Boozle's wire.
Okay.
Just
falls on
meow
it.
at him. Meow at him.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, I heard that one. That was so precious.
What?
Oh, that makes my heart happy.
He sticks his tongue out when he meows too. It's like a weird thing he's done since he's a kitten.
Stop! I'm gonna get teary-eyed thinking about how adorable that is.
What you doing, bud?
I love cats. I can't have pets at my apartment, and my dog lives with my parents right now, and I'm really sad because I don't get to ever see him.
Yeah, that sucks. I had to do that a few times. Sucks. Roll20's breaking.
Yep. Fantastic.
I'm gonna run and pee real quick then while we fix this. Like 5 seconds, I'll be
That's
back.
fine.
What's my good boy doing? What?
I'm just waiting, dude.
He's being super talkative tonight, like he was last week.
Yeah. He wants to be the star, dude.
He
He knows.
does.
He's like, dude, you're not even showcasing Dax in game.
He's like, here's the weird thing. Like I think I told you all this last week, but if I pick him up, it's like I committed the top 10 anime betrayals all in one, like, and it's just like a complete betrayal. And he hates it. He's not a
How
lab
dare
cat.
you? Yeah. Like,
Like-
you know. You know.
It's like, you son of a bitch. See, watch. I will see how it works. I'll try it one time, and if anything, I'll just take him back to the couch. I'll be right back. Just watch. It's humorous.
Oh my god, Roll20. Come on, you can do it.
It's not that bad, is it?
This is
What?
bullshit.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
He's like, dude, this is terrible.
You want to be a lab cat?
He's like, fuck no, dude.
It's okay to be a lab cat.
This
See?
is the worst.
All right, I'll take you back to the couch.
You ever just pee and like 20 times more relaxed?
Yeah, every time almost.
So
Wow.
during my concert, one of our we told you the stage, like you know, the band Flight of the Conchords were really goofy and stuff on stage. So one of my jokes I told every time my guitarist had to tune his guitar, I'd just like look in the mic really close and just be like, "You ever just," and just leave it at that, and they'd all be like, "What?"
You ever just, dude?
You ever just?
So I clicked on
So?
the NPC before you went to go to the bathroom, and it just now loaded up their sheet. So this is
Oh,
Okay.
love that.
really good. I think there's a lot of people on Roll20 right now. Okay. Or one of their servers caught fire. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Okay.
We'll just go with the ladder.
Let's go with the ladder that Cthulhu came in. He's their IT guy, their new one.
Mean ass Cthulhu, man, ready to go.
Nice.
Hashtag Smite game. But yeah, I mean, y'all saw how he acted, right? He's fucking. He
Yeah.
just hated it.
Yeah,
Hated every
he
bit of
looked
it.
like
No thanks.
pretty mad.
But he didn't claw me once.
No, just
So
like,
pretty, you know.
seriously? Seriously?
Really, Dad?
Okay.
He's like laying down right beside me, belly up now.
Now
Are
he
you
wants
stuck?
love. Hey,
Cool.
this looks familiar.
Pretend it's not. Because Roll20 is struggling a little bit. Not to bash Roll20, but it is struggling right now. It's chugging.
Chugga.
Yeah, I think I can. So yeah, the ranger starts hopping through the forest, more like a deer or gazelle, and you are traveling through thick, moss-covered branches to trip you kind of forest, and she's going pretty damn quick.
Your favorite terrain?
Yeah.
Does that help the party?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she is not being stealthy while doing it, making plenty of noise and making it very clear where you should step to try and keep up with her.
And if she's making a lot of noise, I am literally like wind chimes.
Sounds good. So,
Yeah,
Clank,
we're going quick.
bombarding through this forest, like just bobcats, not the animals.
I would take it that I am
I was like, Bobcats are
struggling
pretty
a bit
quiet.
with my exhaustion.
I was just about to ask you to roll a athletics check.
At
All of us are just him.
disadvantage, just
Just
me.
Jupiter.
At yep, okay, disadvantage is clicked.
Nice.
Beautiful.
A nat 20 and a 2, love it.
Mhm.
That's 2 nat 20s tonight
Mhm.
that you didn't get.
The
I'm
one
just
time,
saying,
the one time I'm rolling nat 20s, all at disadvantage.
is a Warthon ahead of him or?
Yeah.
He's the one time
Oh.
he's a
Jupiter, you're very familiar with traveling through forests and hills and things like that, but you got no sleep. It felt like worse than no sleep. You had tormented, draining, exhausting sleep. And though the sweet sound of Oral's voice still rings in your head and gives you hope to keep going forward, you don't quite collapse. You are falling behind.
Can we slow down a bit? I didn't sleep well last night, and I'm sorry to be lagging the group.
Warthon has a
you-
hole in him. He's ahead of you
Yeah, and you're telling me the elf is doing better than you?
because you didn't get some sleep.
It's a long story that I don't want to go into details with, but
And
yes.
Orthon turns back and stops, even though I don't know if anybody else does, and waits for Jupiter to catch up. And
I turned to Furious. Is she paying any attention, or
she's still moving. I don't know if you guys are stopping her or not.
I'm gonna kind of stay in between as like a relay sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm staying with her. We're having a like Pocahontas moment right now.
Okay. So Warthon and Jupiter are basically stopped at the back, and Warthon's going to give you a look up and down. Please load. It loaded so much better this time. You need to rest.
I know, but we have to keep going. I want to at least get to Takashu.
You want to keep going like this? We can make camp.
No, it's okay. We have time. I'll be okay. It's just keep going. It's a long story. I just haven't felt like myself at all today. Lots of conflicted thoughts.
I've been there. Okay. Shout if you need us.
If I collapse and I'm nowhere to be found, take this, and you should be able to find me. Where is it? Item. Oh, ring, DM.
It's on your character sheet, but I think the game crashed as I was fixing it. Thank you. Let me fix that.
I'm going to cast message and say to Jupiter, do not respond back unless you fall completely out of sight from us.
Okay,
So
tight.
tell me that we need to come back for you.
Is there a description with that, DM?
Yeah, so if you click the little eye, the little dark eye in the bottom right corner of it,
Okay.
it's the ring at the very bottom, actually.
Okay, I see.
And then just scroll down.
There we go. Oh, that's so tiny.
Sounds like Furious.
And hold on, I was still
Taking
trying to
roll.
fix it, but it kept
Your dick. But I mean, they always
Okay.
get disappointed during it and
Okay, there you
afterwards.
go.
So I mean, I
There's your ring.
Cool.
She was happy. She was happy.
Yeah, I see it. We're good.
Okay.
because of this 8-pack ab right here.
Let me show you.
But I have to take a
Here,
photo.
I'm going to do this. If I fall, you should be able to find me. And I'm going to cast light on my staff.
Okay.
And every time it goes out, I'll just cast it again.
Sounds good.
And then, yep.
Okay. I'm gonna try and catch up.
I'll be there. I know the area quite well. Or, well, I know wooded, and I know how to follow these footprints. So just keep going. You guys are making enough noise. I can find you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Levante stay with Furious and Winter and fly with them, and then I'm gonna stay with a Warthon kind of in the middle, and hopefully Jupiter is
And
making his
then,
way.
I didn't mean to interrupt you earlier, Boozle. Sorry. What did your message say?
If you fall, do not respond to this message unless you fall and we are completely out of eyesight. This will
Okay.
tell me that you can, that you need us to wait.
I
And
will
I cast message.
just truck forward then without responding.
Keep on trucking.
Okay. So there's
I also want to give an image of how Dax is riding right now. Like he's still in cat form. He's like got his paws, like his back paws on the back of my plate mail, holding on with his front paws on top of my head.
sweet.
Aw.
I have this cat head just bouncing up and down.
Sweet. Okay. So there's a gap now between the three sets of people running through the forest. Winter, Furious, and the Raven up at the front. Yakasame slowing down to let a Warthon catch up, and Jupiter trying their best to continue following the noise in the trail. No, the gap keeps widening. And
You said the gap keeps widening?
correct, unless you're slowing down
Which
even
gap?
more. The gap between Jupiter and a Warthon and Yakasame.
Oh.
Unless you slow down to quite slow.
What kind of gap are we talking about?
It'll keep going until he's out of eyesight and out of earshot if you try and keep up with Winter and Furious. So it's more of a question of at what point would you try to hold back versus keep up?
I think earlier the better. I'm gonna have Levante swoop down in front of Winter and like right in front of his face. Hopefully get his attention, and then have Levante fly back to us. That's the only way I can try to communicate here.
Okay. Hey, Winter, so
and then
Raven swoops down in front of your face and then kind of flies backwards. It was clearly Levante.
And I'm gonna stop with a Warthon and wait for Jupiter.
I'm gonna let her know that we need to wait up. The Fearbolg is being lazy.
Yeah, we'll lose. I can respond to that, right?
Oh,
No, I was talking to
Oh.
Furious.
Oh, okay.
and she lets out a big sigh. Okay. We really must be hurrying, though. I have places to be, and I'm guiding you much farther than I had intended. And she just
Yep.
sits down on some moss.
Once Jupiter catches up,
Mm-hmm.
we'll make our way, and just slowly at whatever Jupiter's pace is, make our way up to Winter.
I will still try to hurry, but in my feeble state.
Yeah, whatever that pace is.
It's
We'll
like
stick with
it's like it's like that one kid in the mile run that took like 30 minutes
you. Yeah, I remember you.
when everyone took like 8, 9, 7, depending. You know, the overachievers like 6.
Yeah. But yeah, then until we catch up to winter, furious.
Okay. So
I-
quite a bit of time passes, like at least 30 minutes before Jupiter and Yakusama and Warthen catch up to you, Winter.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You guys were going, dude. and
I'm
comes
sorry.
hobbling up Jupiter, looking like they, hadn't eaten or slept in days, just tired.
What time is it now?
Oh god, that's a good question. You guys had some shenanigans, some hours familiars, talked, walked slowly. Let's just call it about noon.
Can I take a
We're
look
nowhere
at?
near.
No.
Can I take a look at Jupiter and a Warthon, and maybe roll a medicine check to see who's in worse shape?
Yeah.
Just throw up.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mod just spit in my mouth, and that was the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah, that's.
Ah.
Who's looking like they're in worse shape here?
Jupiter is just exhausted, not injured. Warthon
Right.
is injured, but is persevering.
From my familiar of this area, like, is this close to kind of? Could I make my way back if I let them all go ahead? If me and Warthon took a bit of our time to get back to town.
I mean,
I'm not gonna leave a Warthon with you.
you could.
Yeah,
And
I mean
then
it's
just
not gonna
give
work.
you.
You're
Yeah.
pretty sure you could navigate down there. You just don't know how long it would take you at this pace.
Yakasame is gonna be like just everybody. Like Warthon, you're probably the most hurt here, but you're able to push through. Jupiter, I don't know what's going on with you, but we're not gonna leave you behind. But Furious and Winter, we gotta slow down, otherwise we're gonna lose Jupiter. We still have to keep moving though.
DM, with your permission, can I make a check or con save to see if I pass out or not?
Mm-hmm.
Disadvantage too.
Yep.
Yep. I'll leave that up to you. I wouldn't say that's passing out, but 13's not terrible.
Cold sweats. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Shivering.
Jupiter's looking pale, clammy, sweaty, but is still standing.
Yeah.
I would describe it as a heroin addict without his heroin for 3 days.
You're getting over it. But yeah, my statement stands. Like, Jupiter, I know you don't feel good, but whatever pace you can make, that's the pace we have to keep moving at, I think.
I don't want to hold you all back, though, especially
But you're gonna.
Fierce.
But you are.
Yeah.
I mean,
We could make camp.
I don't want
Still
to
too
this
early.
early. I was gonna say maybe. I don't know. I know you guys will all disagree with it, but I can make my way if you want to go ahead.
Drink some water real quick. Take 5, and then we start running again. If you throw up, you throw up, but don't let your legs stop moving.
That's what I was trying to do, but obviously look at my state now.
Yeah.
We-
I mean, you
let's-
haven't thrown up yet, so you haven't reached that point. So I'd say you're looking pretty good.
Are we okay with taking about an hour? 30 minutes, an hour?
5 minutes.
I need to commune, maybe get some answers about what's going on, so I need at least 10. Maybe more if it takes longer. 15.
I'm okay with the 10 or 15 minute break, but I think if we're gonna run in short sprints like this, if we're gonna take breaks often, we should discuss how far we want to move. Because if you guys keep going, we're not gonna know where you're at. So, like, if we're doing bursts of, say, like a mile or whatever, and then a break, or how far do we go?
Are they
Makes
full on sprinting, or are they like jogging?
She was like almost sprinting. She was essentially checking how fast Winter could keep up and was going at that pace.
This is her favorite terrain.
I'm just gonna assume like Naruto level jumping through the trees kind of stuff.
Not quite.
except on the ground.
She knows that Winter can't keep up with that, but she was also making it very apparent what route to take to keep up. Like,
Basically, yeah, she can help us through the rough terrain.
Yeah.
If you get separated, though, kind of on your own, I think.
that's
So we gotta stick
essentially
together.
what's going to happen if you guys get so split up.
We gotta stick with Furious and Winter. So we need
Okay.
Furious and Winter to slow down because you're not gonna be able to keep up with them. Or we leave Jupiter behind, but that's up to Furious and Winter.
We also
I'm
aren't in a
okay
huge
with
rush
that.
to get down to the town. This is a warthon.
But
We could just,
Right.
you know, keep at Jupiter's pace, maybe even give him a hand and take a couple days getting down. And
I don't know if we want to take that long.
I don't think I'll take days.
Furious,
Like I said, I need to commune, and I think I could be okay.
Furious chimes
Our
in.
guy doesn't have them long.
At this pace, it's going to take you days.
Allow me.
And at this pace, it's gonna cost you some more money, probably. I look at Winter.
I don't have that
But
much.
we should probably get there as quick as we can.
Whilst discourse is going on, I'm just gonna step away a good 50 feet and sit down and meditate as to not waste any more time, and attempt to commune with Aurel to see if she can give me answers to what all happened yesterday and why this is happening.
Okay. And let's see, for your cleric ability, I know there's some official community thing. Did you get something new with communing at level 6, or was that earlier?
It just lets me do my channel divinity twice in a day, and it gives me Centennial at Death's Door.
That's right. 2 times instead of 1 time. Cool. And then, as I like to do to see how good of a connection you get, go ahead and roll me a religion, but with disadvantage.
Okay. Where's religion? There it is.
Average? Oh, that's fine. So, you sit there. It takes longer than usual to try and get in kind of the zone as you're feeling uncomfortable and exhausted, and it's hard to fight off the urge to just go to sleep. But eventually you find yourself feeling cold, the presence of snowy mountains and winds breaking over the peaks, and you can see far away the great white fox standing up at a mountain peak, distracted, occupied with other things, but there. If you're to shout, she could probably hear you.
Am I like spiritual, like avatar state kind of spirit world kind of form, or is it like I'm still sitting down and it's like what? So I know, because if it's that, then I'll get up and attempt to approach.
In this particular case, you're essentially sitting in the position you were, but in the snow.
Okay, then I'm going to get up and start walking that way. And if it happens in person, then I'll freak all of them out.
Okay. So, to everyone else, Jupiter just kind of slowly limped off and sat down and started meditating. And Furious just broke out some rations and started grumpily eating. Do you guys do anything besides just sit and wait patiently?
I drink a
Yeah.
little bit of water.
I'm gonna try to make up for the progress I lost in reading my tome book
There you
thing.
go.
Yeah.
Did you roll in that one?
Yeah.
Meta,
I
sorry.
did.
Yeah.
I did.
So, yeah, she essentially is like spent 2 hours, and after all that was like 30 minutes behind where she had started. It's like,
Right,
shit.
basically. To go back.
Mhm.
I don't
Trying
know
to
if you want me to roll with
cross-reference.
a short amount of time.
We'll see how long.
Even if it does nothing, that's what she's
We'll see how long this thing with Jupiter goes, and then we'll have you roll after
Yeah.
that. You can roll intelligence now if you'd like, though, to just see the quality.
have it.
So Jupiter, you
Perfect.
Bless you.
Winter sneezes out a bunch of his water. And yeah, I guess that's not terrible. You know, you're being slow and careful this time, and making sure not to make the same mistakes. So Jupiter, you start slowly trudging up the steep mountainy slopes to try and get closer to Ariel. And how close do you try and get before you talk to her? Like, is there a certain range?
20 feet, as to keep respect. I'll kneel down and plead with her. What is happening to me?
Okay. It takes you, honestly, maybe 20 minutes to slowly get up that slope to her. So everybody else, it's probably been 30 already. And you do finally get up to there, and you go down, and you ask her that question. She looks surprised to see you, just kind of looks down. She was staring far off into the distance. What do you need, little one?
Why am I like this? I can't move, I'm not myself, and I don't know why.
You're
I
exhausted.
was seeking... I know, but as you probably know, I was seeking more spiritual knowledge, and I communed with whatever that figure was, and now I'm like this.
You really don't know what happened.
No, I don't.
And you need me to tell you. And she takes a moment, looking back over to what she was doing. Lets out a big sigh and unsnaps her gaze from that faraway point. I'll give you my full attention but for a moment, but do not make this a habit. You touched the fog, and the fog touched you. You gave it, and it gave to you. Does that make sense? Or do you need more?
What did it give me? The exhaustion, or...?
And she lets out another
What?
big sigh and looks quite frustrated. A little bit of her teeth showing as she talks this time. Again, the great white fox towering over you, almost the size of those dragons that we're fighting. It took from you your energy. It took from you some dreams, if I watched that correctly. And it gave to you glimpses of things that you're supposed to see. If it weren't for me, you'd be in a lot worse shape than you are now.
I see. And I appreciate that. I'm sorry to have taken up your time.
Be careful of where you look, for sometimes you cannot unsee. And she's still, like, her head's tilted to where she wants to be looking in the faraway distance, but she still has her eye down at you. Is there anything else you need?
I believe I've asked too much of you already, so I'll be on my way.
And she does a slight nod and then puts her full attention in the faraway distance again. And when...
If possible, can I glimpse over to kind of see what she's looking at, or am I in a position where I can't really?
I mean, you can try. Like, imagine she's at a peak of a mountain and you're 20 feet down below her, and she's looking, I guess, to your left, off into this distance. So you could try to look to see where she's looking. You could roll a perception with disadvantage. and it's farther than you can focus your
Fair enough.
eyes. You feel like you got close, but again, that exhaustion brings you down, and you're feeling, weaker than you have since you were young.
And with that, I will end the commune.
Okay. Let's call that hour total. So, Yakasame, 8 for an hour on your book. Let me note that.
Whatever that does.
Yep.
Sam may pull out her book. I'm gonna pull out mine and Notion for Furia. So you want to give this book another try?
One sec here.
DM, also, if you could actually message me what those glimpses were, because I've totally forgotten and didn't take a note on it.
Sure. I don't have time to.
When you get a moment.
I can maybe at a break give you those glimpses.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. So you pull out your book, Winter. Probably a few minutes in, and Ephirius, her ears perk up, and she's interested. It'll at least pass the time in some pleasurable way. Let's open her up.
Think of another way if you're interested.
Open her up.
Not now. And
I give a chuckle as I open the
yeah.
book.
And you can roll with advantage on reading this. And I'll say
Arcana?
it depends. Are you trying
Or is
to
it
decipher more, just kind of decipher the book generally, or are you focusing more on that breakthrough that you had just about the soul binding?
Well, we found out that it's a ritual, right? So, knowing what we know from what we have discovered so far, we need to read more into it, but we have more words to decipher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have more things figured out, so it needs to be intelligence. I'm not trying to figure out that specific part
Okay.
anymore.
So then it would be intelligence, yeah. Not bad. And yeah, you guys spend 45 minutes unlocking some more secrets of the book. Getting closer to figuring out how everything is put together. But there's still quite a bit left to learn. And I was looking at the wrong document. There we go. How loud is my dog right
Mine
now?
has not been feeling it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go deal with that real quickly. It'll just take me a minute.
It's alright, he ain't terrible.
Yeah, but she's freaked out, so one moment.
Bork!
I fucked up.
How'd you fuck up, dude?
With the fucking communion with the dumb shit.
It's all good. She'll forgive you, dude. He's nice, right?
Alright.
Dude, I think you would really enjoy the Yotsun Gatamori video that I put on there, man. I include Ariel a lot, too.
You're shitting me.
Oh, yeah. I tried to...
No, that's
perfect that, especially
tight.
the first episode. There's like 3 of them at least ready.
I
First
gotta
one's out.
fucking watch the first one. I'm gonna go watch it now.
There's not too many spoilers for the game in the first one. The second and
Okay.
third ones, yeah, but
I think
the
you'll.
first one's pretty...
Oh.
It'll be okay.
Cool. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
I think
Hell
you'll
yeah.
enjoy the first video. It does not have too bad of spoilers. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so
I'm rolling a d20 for Dex real quick. Okay, so now he's abandoned her since she gave him the love and is coming
yeah,
to me.
Dax is like, well, that elf sucks. So Jupiter, you're broken out of your, religious trance and dividing with your deity. And she just kind of reminded you of what happened that night, but didn't give you any huge answers on how to fix it. So, what do?
I will make my way back to everyone and explain that I'm going to be like this. I don't know for how long, but I will make
Probably
my
until you get
way.
some rest, I would assume.
It could be that.
Well.
It could be something magical, though, and I don't know.
We have about 6 more hours until daybreak, so let's keep going.
Until the sun goes down.
Oh yeah,
It's
till
one piece
sundown.
of hair.
Yeah.
Said daybreak,
Same thing, right?
meant sundown. Whoops.
I gotcha. Yeah, so I think if everyone's cool with it, we just keep moving at Jupiter's pace.
If not, move ahead. I'll catch up. Honestly, I'm going to be slowing you guys down, and I don't know how long this will take. I will catch up to you, and I will make camp with you whenever you decide to make camp.
I don't know if you'll make it there by nightfall if they go ahead.
We're gonna push it, and we're off.
And
Go ahead, Yakasame or Worthon. I will make my way. I can promise you this. I will be there.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stay in between again. Orthon, stay with me. Then Levante with Furious again. Just keep an eye on so I know where I'm going.
okay.
And I'm not gonna get any further than, like, I don't know, 100 feet from Furious.
Basically, where you can see their head bobbing behind you. Still.
Yeah, and Levante's still in
Okay.
range. I think it's
Cast a
100
message
feet.
to Yakasame and basically saying the same thing I told Jupiter. Whenever we get too far away, respond back, and we will slow down.
Okay. So Jupiter, this
I'm
go ahead and roll
sorry.
a survival with disadvantage to see how well you push through this time and traverse this. Seeing as how Furious is a bit too far ahead to give you as much of a boon as you would like. That's not terrible. Despite you being exhausted, you're still sure-footed. You've been through mountains, forests, and hills plenty of times, and you're feeling like you've almost grown a bit accustomed to this level of exhaustion, and if you keep moving, you're pretty sure you won't collapse. Just one foot in front of the other,
Tight.
and yeah, hope that makes sense. It's like getting to that point in the hike after you gotten past the wall of the hike where you're like, oh fuck, what do I do? And you're just going now.
One
Tight.
foot.
Okay. And I'll fast forward through a bunch of this. Essentially, they keep going. You have to slow down Winter and Furious every so often. But you make some decent progress before the sun comes down. Unfortunately, not making it all the way down to the town. You're now at the point where it is dusk, and you all have the decision to either make camp or to keep going through the night.
Furious, how far away do you think Akasu is at this
At
pace?
this pace, at least another 12 hours. Maybe on the downhill it'll
We're gonna
go
have to climb.
faster, but we still have to go up over a bit more slopes.
You would know
Looks
better
like it would
than
go
us. Can we
down.
travel through the night in the forest?
What was, sorry, what did Winter say real quick?
I was saying that we'll probably have better luck with him downhill.
And then, Yakasame, what did you say again?
Said you probably know better than us, but can we travel through the forest at night at this pace with our loudness? Do you think that's wise? I'm not from these parts.
I'm not from this neck of the woods.
I don't know what I'm doing in these woods. to be
I'm
honest
from
with you.
northern Canada.
She's from the Orient. She's not even from, like,
It was a joke.
I know. I'm just saying.
That's why I said it with a southern accent.
And she's actually going to kind of look at you up and down, like with a bit of a face where you can tell she's like, "Why would you say that?" And why would you think it's unsafe to travel through this forest as a party at night?
Well, in my experience in forests, I've spent some time traveling at night, and it did not go well for me and my compatriots. Um, it was more of a wooded area than forest area, I guess, but I'd rather not live that again. And Yakusame has some like shivers. Obviously shook.
The Warthon's just staring at the ground, disassociated, while you're bringing this up. Um,
Yeah.
some bad experiences in the forest at night. Okay. Oh, sorry, wooded area, not a forest.
Yeah.
With the commotion of those great dragons battling, I think the whole forest is hunkering down for a bit. Now, not to say there might not be some other great beast out there looking to challenge another dragon, maybe another dragon, but I don't think that they're going to single us out. That's just my thoughts. Now, do I know how well you can keep up with me at night? No. We could slow down even more just to make sure. I don't know how well you all are accustomed to traveling the woods through darkness.
DM, am I with them
Yeah.
right now? I don't know if that was made clear.
Everybody's
Okay.
together for the moment as an opportunity to decide what to do as night's coming.
Well, it sounds like it would be safe enough for us to travel at night as a group. You guys think you can keep up? I look at Jupiter.
Thumbs up. Just kind
And
of
I
We
wary,
do
but
need to make camp at some point, though. There's no sense in just exhausting ourselves as well.
Yeah. I mean, we have a few more hours, I think, before we would really. At least myself. I don't know about you guys.
well, if it's 12 hours away, by the time we wake up, it'll be nightfall by the time we get back to town. So do we want to travel part of the way and then make camp so that when we do wake up, well, no, then it'll still be nightfall by the time we get to the town tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe with some sleep, you'll be able to keep up better.
Yeah, and we'll get there quicker. That's
That
my
is true,
thought.
also.
The quicker we get you rested, the quicker we can move.
We can always wake up early too.
The nights the nights are shorter through the summer, so if you wanted to make camp now, we would probably be up by dawn. I could make sure that no
Let's
one
do it. Let's make
disturbed
camp.
us during the night. Don't worry.
Yeah, let's do that.
Thank you, Furious.
I am also going to be to get my little silver string out, or a silver piece of wire. Fuck you. Roll 20.
Have you collapsed yet, Jupiter?
No. As soon as I hear we're making camp, I'm gonna start ritual casting this and shove myself into the ground.
Okay. You wouldn't even have to ritual cast since you are trying to go into a long rest if you wanted to use one of your spell slots.
Perfect. No, I don't want to use a
You
spell
want to save
slot.
them just in case?
Oh well. Well, I don't have it prepped. That's
Oh,
why I'm
okay.
saying.
That makes sense. Okay. So Jupiter starts, sit. Do you just lay down on the ground and like touch the ground like angel style, or what do you do here?
Remember Avatar: The Last Airbender when Aang's learning earthbending and Toph gets the rock
Mhm.
armor? Imagine that, but underground.
Okay. So Jupiter is becoming a ninja of stone melding, classic trope. And Awarthon pulls out his tome and watches Jupiter sink into the ground and actually gives a kind of approving nod. Neat. And as the as the sun gets dimmer, he'll oh shoot. He'll load really slowly in roll 20. Jesus.
Is roll 20 acting up
Yeah.
for anyone? I can't do nothing.
You probably need to refresh on it. It's yeah,
I did.
it'll take maybe 5 minutes after you refresh. No joke. It took me
Mine's been alright, but I haven't really been
messing with much.
doing anything.
It's like whenever you press the middle the scroll on your mouse, that's my cursor.
Okay. Well, if there's something, I can also pull up your sheet
So
and press it for you as well if you want me to.
yeah, I was going to ritual cast alarm around the
Yeah,
campsite.
let me see if I have any better luck pulling your sheet up here. Okay.
I'm just going to completely exit out of it and reload it. Just continue on with the narrative. That's what I was
Sounds
going
good.
to do.
And that should have hopefully popped up in the chat for everybody.
Yeah. When it's gonna take him like an hour to do that ritual, right?
Yeah. 10 minutes,
10 minutes.
to ritual
Oh, is it
cast.
10 minutes? Okay. Ritual
Certain
cast.
rituals take longer.
1 minute to actual cast it.
Mm-hmm.
And that entire 10 minutes, just imagine me just going around a perimeter.
Yeah, setting up bells,
Nope.
strings, and sticks.
It's just a string.
Mm-hmm. It's a magic string. Woo.
Right.
Or a string that becomes magical.
But
Yeah.
same theory. Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna pull out my book, but we can wake up at the earliest and go whenever Jupiter starts resting is when I want to start resting.
Okay.
But until that point, I don't know how long it's gonna take. Probably not long, so probably can't do much.
I mean, Jupiter's gonna start resting almost immediately.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna try and go to sleep right away, then might as well.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. So Winter, you set up your perimeter. The Furious kind of almost melds into the forest, saying that she'll keep watch.
Actually, now that I think about it, I probably don't really need a full rest anymore. How does GM with like your exhaustion? I know there's like levels of exhaustion, obviously, but like if you don't get a full night's rest, you just automatically.
It depends. The way I rule it, it really depends on
so
what
do
you're
I.
doing during the time you're awake. Like if you're
Yeah.
just hanging out, like I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, you're so exhausted for pulling an all-nighter sitting on a couch.
I was planning on just reading for like 4 hours and then sleeping for like 4 hours.
That being said, you have been hiking pretty rigorously, and you know,
And another hike
yeah.
ahead of us.
So at the end of that next hike, you might end up exhausted, depending on how it goes.
Yeah. I'll just get a full rest.
As
then.
it's yeah, I would probably advise that.
Yeah.
Meta wise.
Just trying to gauge. Yeah, I'm just trying to gauge how much it would be.
If you wanted to push it, it'd probably come down to some type of con save or athletics check or something like that. But
yeah, it's not that deep.
I'm gonna read a little bit more in my book and check the egg.
Okay. And as far as reading in your book, how long do you want to read before you go to sleep? As Jupiter basically started their long rest immediately.
Alarm set up, and is Furious sleeping right
No,
now?
she has become part of the forest and told you all that she was going to scout and keep the perimeter safe.
Okay. I'm just going to read until I fall asleep.
Okay. And you mentioned you wanted to check the egg.
Yep.
And what does that look like exactly? How would Winter check over the egg?
Well, he still has it carried the same way as normal. So he would swap it. He would swaddle it around to the front, gently open it up, and just see how it looks, and then inspect it to make sure there isn't any cracks or damage to the egg, and see if it looks like it may be hatching.
Okay.
In my mind, when you said you turn around and open it up,
Just rip it
egg,
open.
I was like, Jesus, Winter.
How you doing,
Jesus.
little buddy?
It's like,
You're good, all right.
little buddy.
So as far as I'm not going to make you roll an investigation. The egg isn't broken.
Right.
As far as seeing whether or not it's trying to hatch, that will be a nature roll to kind of discern: is there movement? Is there pecking on the side? Is there scratching and clawing, things like that? Okay, 17. That is not bad at all. So, growing up as a noble and, having been told very cool stories about dragons and the such, and during your conversations with Furious about the egg, it looks like it's not trying to hatch right now. That you can tell pretty clearly. And you remember that there are certain conditions that one would have to use to get a dragon egg to hatch without its mother or, kin around to hatch it. Now, I don't know if Winter would have encountered the lore that would be required to hatch such an egg.
Let's roll for it.
That sounds like a history. See if you get lucky. 8. No. But you do know that there are special conditions and there are means and ways to do it. And you know that each dragon type, each egg, has its own unique way of being hatched. Historically, wizards and other humans and the like have encountered dragon eggs and experimented enough to find out, oh, this works to hatch this type, this works to hatch this type.
So, like, wizards may have experience with it.
I'll ask Warthon if he knows anything.
And I know this is silly, but how do you ask a Warthon exactly? He is quite into his book.
Gonna, like, while reading my book or starting to open my book, just nonchalantly. So, Warthon, any idea about how a bronze dragon hatches or a green dragon hatches by any chance?
Roll me.
Very
So nonchalantly, yeah, you get nothing with that. He's just flip, flip,
I'm going.
flip, flip.
Warthon.
And roll me performance to see how much you distract him. He's in there. Flip.
Or like a pebble or something.
Okay.
Is there a stick or a pebble around?
I mean, there's plenty of sticks. This all.
Okay, I'm gonna grab one and I'm gonna throw it at him.
Yeah, just roll a strength. See how.
Oh god. Oh fuck.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's average.
Okay. Oh man, it could have been a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you throw the stick and it lands like on his kind of belly lap where he had his book resting, and he shakes his head, looks around, sees Winter probably glowering at him.
Like,
what? No.
you hear
what?
me?
We were going to. Oh.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, then you can get back to your book, because I'm gonna get to mine. Do you know anything about how a green dragon or a bronze dragon hatch?
He's scratching his head. Like, it's almost like you just woke him up, but obviously he was totally awake.
I'm gonna throw another stick.
God, stop. And let's see. I don't know. I mean, I know they all have their own unique way of hatching. Why?
And that's it.
Yeah, I didn't take much interest in hatching dragon eggs. I never thought it would be part of my life.
Okay, cool. Enjoy your book, and I'm gonna start reading mine.
And He just stares at you for a moment while you're reading your book, just like, really, you interrupted me to say that? He's not saying it, but he's got that look like,
Yep.
fucking serious.
I'm not looking at him. I'm reading my book.
How did I get here?
I ask myself the same question.
Is your book
Probably thought at the
yeah,
same time.
exactly. Winter. Is your book about hatching dragons or something?
I'm ignoring him. I'm reading my book.
And is it obvious that you're just giving him back his own medicine, or are you really pretending like you don't hear him?
Oh, I'm in my
Yeah.
book right now. I can't hear him.
Just a couple of sticks on
I'm
Orthon's lap.
clearly pretending.
He gets not
But
that anybody's watching except for the audience, but he gets a wry grin. This is okay. And
Okay.
if it will load.
Get him, Orthon. Get him.
He takes that same twig
oh,
and just launches it right at your chest, knowing that it won't kill you, and non-lethally cast this spell to come bash into your chest plate. Now, you hear a rush of leaves and twigs and everything to your side, so you can roll a dexterity save at disadvantage if you'd like.
does my shield count?
You're.
Since it's gonna be right beside me.
I'll.
it, if we're looking at this right, he's to my left, and that is the arm that my shield is on, or would be next to. I could just grab my shield.
Let's
and
see
bounce
how well you do on the dex save.
it. Okay. So dexterity saving throw, right?
Nice.
Stick falls,
No, what
bamboozle dice.
happens is you turn to grab your shield, and as you bend to grab it, your face comes down, and this twig smashes into your face, turning into bark chips, essentially. So you get hit right in the forehead, just
on your face.
knocking your head back a bit. And it's like getting hit in the head by like a billy club, essentially, that disintegrated on your skull.
If Jupiter wasn't so tired, he would like pop his head up just so a little ice slick can pop out and be like, "What the fuck is going on out here?"
And the Warthon's got this look of like, "Oh fuck."
Don't tell mom. Don't tell mom.
So I'm going to do something right now.
He looks terrified and concerned.
Going,
You get some money.
I'm going to cast sleep.
Go for it. Okay.
Does he have 20
And
HP?
Could you mind pasting the spell description in as well for everybody?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Nice. So, yeah, you put them in a magical slumber, and do they have any kind of save? That's what I was trying to remember. Nope.
Nope. I could roll
You
5d8.
just straight roll it, and that's what they get. Okay, so what exactly... So you just turn and grab some components, or how does a sleep spell look exactly?
So with sleep, give me
Mhm.
1 second. A pinch of sand, some rose petals, or a cricket. So I just grab a cricket, use it, and I sing a song.
Sing it now.
Yeah, what's the song?
Hold on,
Bars.
hold on. Freaking Roll20's being weird.
Sweet Caroline.
No,
Ba,
it's
ba, ba.
no, it's go to sleep, little baby. Go to sleep, little baby. You and me and the devil makes three. Don't need nobody but me.
Oh, brother, where
Yep.
art thou?
Now,
Preach it.
Awarthon was looking at you with terror, which turned to kind of incredulous confusion, and then turned to drowsiness, and then he fell backwards and hits his head pretty hard on the tree trunk and falls over sideways asleep. So you now know that he has
Yeah,
fewer or equal to 20 HP.
Before he hit his head.
Yeah, yeah.
I chuckle and I read the book knowing that he doesn't get to read tonight.
Or maybe he'll wake up.
All right.
So yeah, I get to read my book now, right?
You do. You get to read your book now. Oh man.
And I'm going to go ahead and say Ethereum to Razorwing to give myself back another spell
Okay.
slot. And intelligence check. God damn, I need to do better than this.
And then about how long would it take Winter to fall asleep?
About an hour and a half. Hour and a half, 2 hours.
It's the PTSD, huh?
A little bit.
Okay.
I shouldn't be laughing about that. I'm sorry, world.
Got it. We'll call it hour 45. Just do the average there. And then you eventually get drowsy enough to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yakasame, you went to sleep. Winter went to sleep. Okay. So, like I've been liking to do recently, why don't you all roll me some wisdom saves?
Am I at disadvantage still?
Wisdom?
Disadvantage
Yeah.
for me still? Okay.
A save or
It doesn't matter too much. It's
Hey,
essentially just to
nice.
give me an idea of how restfully you're sleeping.
Fuck.
And you
You
went to
did.
bed
You stayed
late.
up too late. You ate sugar. You were mean to your friends. You sung a lullaby. You darn shouldn't. Okay.
It was the lullaby
Mhm.
that got me.
All right. We'll just go top down. So Yakasame, 19 is an awesome roll. What is an awesome dream for Yakasame?
Like I said, I think she has the same dream every night, but it's just levels of terror. So not very high level of terror with this one. So
Pretty calm
made it out.
PTSD dreams. Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing too crazy.
Maybe she didn't get
Yeah.
far into it.
More detail, so it slowed it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Jupiter.
Go.
I'm gonna go Jupiter and skip over you because I could see
Yeah,
the look on
thank
your
you.
face.
Yeah, I mean, I rolled a fucking 3, man.
um, Jupiter, you feel cozy into the earth like you haven't slept in such a long time, and you fall into a deep and peaceful sleep. What kind of dream would Jupiter love to have?
You know, I think I'm kind of with J-Buck on this one. I think it would be reliving some past traumatic things, but perhaps it's like there's always different outcomes with it, and so this is one of the outcomes where it actually went
Okay.
well.
So, like a hypothetical reliving of some things, but this time it turned out maybe better than other times. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty straightforward, restful. The kind of dreams where when you wake up in the morning, there isn't too much that you have to mull over. You're just like, oh, that was a good night's sleep. Nothing too new to dream about. Winter. What what you dreaming about there? After
This is a full-blown
you finally
nightmare.
gave in to the sleep, you were maybe like, maybe I'll just read all night. This will be fine. I'll just read it. Nope, nope, don't want to sleep. Mind starts going to dark places. Nope, gonna read more. And eventually let go.
Yeah. This is a full-blown nightmare. So, it's night. There's an orange glow. Winter is covered in blood. You see his eyes, like staring out into the ground, holding his shield in his left, razor wing in his right, just staring at the ground, gasping for air, covered in blood, eyes bugged out. You hear screams all around, coming from every direction. And that orange glows a little bit brighter with every scream. They vary from old men to young boys, little girls, women, children of all ages. And then all of a sudden, snap, he comes out of it.
So just a completely prolonged existence in that space for the whole night. Okay.
He hears it the entire time. He is standing in that one position the entire time. Pitch black all around with the screams, with the orange glow slightly glowing brighter with each scream.
Got it. Yeah, you will, you'll sleep almost at a stiff, clenched, petrified-ish state. And when you do wake up in the morning, your muscles are just kind of out of whack. Neck hurts. You can tell you were clenching all night. Sweaty. Uncomfortable.
That's why I stretch
Yeah.
every morning.
And there you go.
I would love to spend a night in a certain forest with you guys to see how your dreams go.
Hey, you know how to get there.
Yeah. And I'll never return there. Maybe. We might go back and kill it. I don't know.
Secrets.
Okay.
I think that was an accurate description
Yeah.
for the 3.
Yeah,
think
it
it was
wasn't
good.
a 2 or a 1, so no, that works. And I can visualize the helplessness. So, got it.
How'd you all like that description, even though you don't
Loved
know
it,
about it?
actually.
Yeah, it's still good.
I think it's perfect to the point where it was terrible for you, but like, yeah, I've had dreams like that.
Okay.
Wake up with cold sweats. Except
All
most
right.
of the time they end with me falling and then me waking up.
So, alarm didn't go off during that
Nope.
rest at all?
Like Vera's predicted, nope, nothing's really coming out and about. Even the mice and the squirrel are hiding their holes tonight. There was dragons fighting in the sky earlier that day. Fuck that. Yeah. Owarthon, how long does that sleep last? Unconscious.
Oh, fuck.
8 hours.
I don't know. The sleeper takes each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake.
Uh, does it say
Oh,
duration on the spell?
So how long does
If
it
you pull
last?
it up.
I'm looking. I'm looking. Give me 1 second.
Only 1 minute.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 1
Well, let's
minute.
just say he didn't wake up because he just stayed asleep.
Yeah,
And
he just
he's
stayed asleep.
snoring, and he's got dirt and leaves and moss on his face sideways as he fell over to his left. But everybody else, you start waking and stirring, hearing the morning birds and critters finally starting to peek out.
At least you got a full night's sleep though, finally, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Jupiter, your exhaustion's gone. You are back to
Yay.
normal. And
Just starts stretching. I'm assuming he woke up before everyone.
Yeah, you're probably the noise that started waking the party up.
I want to shoot up out of the ground, All Might style.
Okay.
And as soon as I land, I'll blow myself off with some thaumaturgy, get all the dirt and stuff out.
And then I cast sleep on Jupiter.
Do you really? Because that would be funny.
No. No, I don't.
As,
Counterspell.
As I'm kind of getting up from the ground, wiping like leaves off. A little dramatic way to wake up, don't you think, Jupiter?
Well, after yesterday, I feel 1,000 times better. So you were right. It only took a couple of nights of sleep. Nothing magical. So it's something I can be happy about.
Sometimes that's all it takes, a little sleep, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah.
And rolling
Speaking
a
of which,
22.
Orthon, are you feeling any better? Yeah, that helps.
Sorry, I talked over.
Orthon, are you feeling any better?
Orthon's asleep still.
Yeah, I like
No,
yelled it. He didn't
he's
move or nothing.
out.
Orthon. I'll throw a stick at him.
And yeah, you hit a Orthon on a stick.
He gets
Yeah.
Does he
And
wake up?
he jolts a little bit and panics as he saw he slept with his book open all night, getting morning dew on it and everything, and starts trying to tend to his book. He's like, "Oh my god!" and trying to.
You
Yes,
up, Orthon?
I'm awake. God.
You feeling better today?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you weren't feeling so great yesterday.
I
You feeling
still
any better?
am injured, but I got sleep.
Right.
Thanks, Winter.
Yeah, how'd you sleep?
I slept great.
Good to hear. Well, everybody ready to go?
You know, I only needed to rest half as much as all of you, and I could have spent that time reading this book. Asshole. And he just shoves his book in his bag.
Oh, Orthon, I've never seen the side of you. Let him have it.
Yeah, let me have it.
Just kind of laughing.
I'd be
But seriously,
careful
though,
letting
you
him
guys ready to
have
go?
it.
Winter?
He seems
got
to have a thing for Cleovad.
Maybe you should be checking your head. You hit that tree root pretty hard.
Actually does feel the back of his head.
You all do try to keep up today.
Yeah, and sorry, Jupiter, what did you say?
Oh, I was just making a joke. I said, I'd be careful letting him have it. He seemed to have already had a thing with Cleovad.
And now I can't sleep. I'm
Okay.
joking, I don't. But I thought about it.
And Varius is standing, watching your banter. Are you all ready?
That's what I was
Yep.
asking.
Let's go.
Oh, so you answer her, not me, Winter? Okay.
I look
Start
at
grabbing
it's
stuff
not
and
me, like,
going. She's obviously fucking with you.
And this time she's going to pick the pace up, since you all have got your rest. Do all your best to keep up. And I'm not going to be terribly punishing with this, but your choice, survival or athletics with advantage, to see if you can all keep up.
With advantage?
All of it.
all of
either.
us.
Not great.
But it's
no.
not terrible either. And let's check our favorite hero, Warthon's roll.
True main character.
If only you knew.
He is the manliest
Yep.
man we have. And he wears
Oh
tights.
yeah.
He has very
Oh, yeah.
things on him.
Check
I know
that out.
5.
So, Warthon is definitely hurting, and you can tell every time he's trying to, jump over something and be all agile, like the Wood Elf, he lands and winces, touching his gut, which is probably why Yakasame is not going as fast as everybody else. But you guys managed to keep up enough to keep, Winter and Furious and Jupiter in eyesight. Um,
Plus Levante's keeping us
I'm
on
gonna
track.
stop and I'm just gonna pick a Warthon up.
That's what I was gonna do.
And I'm gonna run. I'm gonna tell him to hold on with Dax.
okay. Tempted to make you roll something to see how well you don't trip. You definitely are strong enough to do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right,
I'll
just
roll.
do survival. Normal.
Advantage or normal?
Yeah, you do it. Look at that. Winter's like, I got this. I got this. And like a child, you carry a Orthon through the woods.
It's so fitting. It's perfect.
And he grumbles for a while and then was like, well, this is faster.
It's less tiring.
Maybe I can get some reading done, actually.
Dax is gonna
Oh,
fuck with
God.
his book.
Okay. And what exactly is Dax doing with his book?
He's just putting his paw on like
Just
the middle
writing
of
away.
it, where you can't turn the page. Yeah, where you just like.
Okay. So Orthon gets to roll at disadvantage. Awesome. Awesome.
I mean, he's just gotta mess with him a little bit.
Oh, God. You rolled a
What
nat
is it?
1 because the disadvantage. Yeah, you're running, and right as you guys are about to jump over a ledge down, or crawl down into a jet, like you're basically, those cliffs that go along the ridge line, and eventually, if you follow them all the way, it goes to that goblin cave. You guys get to that, find a low point, and kind of hop down a 15-foot jet. As soon as you go to hop down, his book comes flying out of his hands and is left up on the ridge. And he screams and tries to scrabble and get out of your arms, but doesn't exactly explain why.
His book.
Can
so what
I,
book is this?
Can I make an attempt to grab it?
Let's see. Jupiter, you're ahead, actually. Yakasame, I'll say, yeah,
Oh,
you rolled
really?
20 survival.
I'd probably be the closest.
You're right behind.
Well,
Furious.
Yeah,
I
was
was gonna
with
follow
Orson.
behind. I was gonna follow behind all of them if we were running in a train. But if that's
Oh, you
that,
can.
then
I didn't ask order.
okay,
So-
yeah, that's what I was assuming was it was going Pierce,
If you're
and then
If you're in the
those
back,
two.
Yakasame would probably be closest, but you could be... Yakasame and Jupiter, you guys are close enough to each other. I'll let you guys decide what you do.
Go ahead, Jupiter. Yeah, go ahead, Jupiter. What book is this
This
exactly?
is the
now
awesome
that we're
Dragon
referencing?
Maze Tome.
Okay, the healing one or whatever.
Um,
it was.
I'll turn around and look real quick and see what he dropped.
As you're soaring downward to land well, and you glance backwards, you see his book land in the brush up at the top of the ridge.
Real quick, I'll use Mage Hand to grab it and bring it back.
Okay, so you're casting Mage Hand, and Jupiter, what do you do at the same time?
I was gonna try and grab it as it was falling out of his hands.
Okay, so Jupiter, you go to grab it, and Winter, you go to intercept it. Just for
Initiative.
we'll just do some opposing rolls. Jupiter, just roll me sleight of hand, and Winter Arcana. So you go to catch the book, and you
Sure.
have your hand where it would catch it, and then it just stops in midair and floats down. Magically coming down
Fair
to
enough.
wherever Winter decides to place it.
Just gonna put it in his hand and tell Dax to stop. You gotta stop.
Gotta stop.
Your cat's just like, what the fuck, dude?
I
What did
think
I
I'll
do?
walk from here. Thank you. Can you put me down? Can
Don't
you
let him.
please?
Nope.
Can you please put me
Nope.
down?
We're
Oh
we're
my
running.
god. I'll put my book away and I will run. Just set me down.
Oh, continue reading by all means. That's more important for you right now.
He looks so goddamn frustrated right now.
promise you he won't mess with you. Just continue reading the book. I'm sorry that happened. And Dax sits on top of his head and reads with him.
He very slowly, gripping hard as he can with his little delicate high elf nimble fingers onto the book, reluctantly gets carried because he probably couldn't get out of your grip anyways, and decided not to even start that battle.
Good.
And tries to read, but he's fuming and is having a hard time concentrating. Okay. And do you guys all continue just beelining for the road in town, or any other destinations you wanted to veer to on the way down?
Would we by chance run into the old little girl's little
If
thing?
you veered west,
One in the
you
cellar.
could.
How far?
Oh, let me.
I'm not
Yeah.
stopping. Like
Yeah, I
I'm
said
I
no.
well, I know. I just if it's like a couple
It's more
minutes.
than a couple minutes. It's probably, I'd say,
Okay.
at least 2 hours out of the way. You,
Oh,
or at
okay,
least
then never mind.
probably
No.
an hour out of the way. Essentially, you would be
How far is it from town?
where the girl's at. I think we established 3 hours uphill
Okay.
at a decent pace. Yeah.
Both ways.
I'll probably go when
In the
we're in
snow.
town.
What was that, Winter?
In the snow.
Yep.
Both
In the
ways.
snow and lightning.
Exactly.
Very odd weather every day.
Okay. So, all right, beelining for town, not worrying about the poor little ghost girl in the cellar, not stopping by your goblin friends. Cool, cool. Let me do one last roll here to see how long it takes you. Nice.
Dun-dun-dun.
After you wake up,
I just imagine Rocky music playing.
After you wake up, it only takes 5 hours to get to where you can see the town. Now you're up the ridge and hills a bit, but you can see to the southwest the town in the distance, and the ranger stops. I think I'll let you go here. There's a clear line from here straight to the town. There shouldn't be anything you can't handle from here to there.
Thanks, Furious. I'll keep walking.
And she looks to Jupiter and to Winter to see if there's anything they want to say.
I'm
I'll
gonna
drop a on and tell him to go on for a minute.
I'm gonna palm my hand right on her head and be like, "Thank you," and then keep walking.
And she'll nod. And a Warthon.
And you're just spinning
Yeah,
it
a
with the
Warthon.
I'm literally doing this right now while looking at her.
Go, boy. Leave me. a War-
Let the adults
Done now.
adult.
Warthon
Go on.
again glares at you. So now I walk. Oh, okay. Showing off for your lady friend. I
Yeah.
get it.
No, that was
Oh.
a necessity. Now I'm
Okay.
showing off.
Okay.
on. Go on.
Bye. Oh, sorry. Furious. He, stops, 15 feet away and turns around. And she's looking at him. Yes? Thank you again. If you should hope to find us, we'll be at the town here. And, once we leave the town, we're, planning on heading on the road east to, Kodo. If you remember. If we wanted to find you, you said we'd send someone up north.
I'm just gonna walk back and grab him and just drag him away.
Stop! I'm trying to mess with Winter.
like horse collar, drag him. Let the man have his sexy time.
When he gets out of earshot, I'm going to look in her in a serious face, like, don't go to Makoma. No matter what, do not go to Makoma.
And she looks at you, concerned, obviously, There's something. You should probably tell me why not. There's something bad happened there, isn't it?
Going to whisper in her ear who I am.
And she has a solemn look. And I'm assuming you gave her a little bit of detail as to.
Yeah, I
Okay.
gave her.
Solemn look. You sure about going back there?
Well, clearly I have to. I don't have a choice in the matter. I told them I go where they go. Evidently, that place is the last stop.
Hmm. I must say I understand. And believe it or not, I've been in a similar circumstance, though different.
Different. They're all different.
I'm sure you know, but do your best not to die and not to let your silly companions die either.
Weird, the silly one.
Don't go forgetting about me for a little bit. I'm gonna give her a wink and then I'll walk away. Very fucking cool, like.
Ugh. Some birds flutter in the distance through the trees. Shh.
Dex gets on the back, gets on my shoulder, turns around, and just
Dramatic
smiles at
music
her.
plays and the episode ends.
I don't know. It's not
Some
dramatic.
guitar solo.
It's not dramatic. It's not dramatic. Remember in anime at the end of the episode, it's like leaves from the vine.
Like the
It's the
like
intro that's epic.
the ending
Yeah.
song, the beginning of the end credits of the
Oh,
original
nice.
Gundam,
Yeah, that'd be good.
19.
Yeah,
Okay.
end credits didn't used to
What
be
you
all
hear in the
terrible.
background.
They really didn't. Okay, so you dramatically walk away, and she watches you for a moment, and as an elf would, dashes off into the trees, trying to catch up with her companions.
Yep.
Okay.
Naruto.
Do any of you want to take a bit of a break before we do the next transition?
Yeah, it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, let's take a little bit.
10 to 15.
15 sounds good, unless you need longer. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Go make a
Ah.
It
sandwich.
sounds like somebody needs to run for the cops. I don't know who.
Usually me, but not tonight, boys.
Oh, you're doing good today. You're moving on up.
I'll be back, fellas.
Moving on up.
All right.
Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear I'll be.
Has any of it been working?
Yeah, no, it's been fine ever since. I honestly just wish
Seem to be going okay.
huh? Yeah, no, we fucking watched the Snickers marathon. I was like, nice. That was some good shit. You know?
Yeah. I'm
Oh
gonna
man.
go check Nicole real quick.
Okay, a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Oh, Sandero. Nani?
Your mic's not working, Jaker.
No.
Or not? Your mic's working, but your camera's not.
Yeah, I know. Because I
Oh,
used my
okay.
phone and I took it with me on the break, so I have to reset it up. Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear.
Oh yeah, Eileen. Sure.
Still waiting to invent SpaghettiOs, by the way.
One of these days.
So, have any of you heard of Rogue Company?
What's that?
Rogue Company. It's a game in
Oh,
beta
new
right
game.
now.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard it's really good.
If
I'm
not,
thinking about doing it.
Yeah. I guess
Actually,
you have to get like a code.
you can buy it.
It'll be free to play in the future though.
what's it called?
From what I
Rogue
hear.
Company?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heard it's really good. It's like a mix between Valorant and like Overwatch in a sense, kind of like.
It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah, I've
gruesome.
seen this.
I was watching a streamer play it, and dude, it looked a lot of fun.
Yeah. I've only heard good things about it so far. Is it only on PC right now though?
Um, you can get it on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC.
Good.
That's what it's showing on their website anyway. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
You can get the Founders Pack for $14.99.
Yeah, I heard that's what it. You get the Founders Pack and then you can play it. But I also heard somebody say that I don't know if they said it was going free to play or they think it's gonna. They assume it's gonna go free to play.
Epic Games is making it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So if it is free, I don't know if the $14.99 is really worth it. Maybe the $39.99
Yeah.
because you get 6 additional rogues with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But when you play and you buy stuff, usually in those games when you buy stuff and you die, you lose whatever you bought, like Valorant. But in that
Well, I
game,
mean, it's a lot like freaking um
yeah,
fuck, I forgot the name of it. Old game, Counter Strike
CS:GO.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the new version with heroes is like Valorant
Heroes.
and like they have abilities and stuff. But and they kind of did a mix of like CS:GO and Overwatch. They put heroes in CS:GO essentially. But people don't like Valorant because all the fucking microtransactions. And then Epic Games is coming out with this thing that I think is gonna go free. Probably make a shit ton of money.
I mean, if I would do any of them, I would do the standard edition for the Founders Pack. It's $40, and you get everything that you would in the Founders Pack minus the 1,500 Rogue bucks, which I'm assuming is the in-game currency.
Yeah, probably the money currency, like real life money.
Yeah, and you get like different skins and shit like that. But
Yeah. But see, that's
you
the
can
thing. I
get
would have to
that one.
play it before I would decide if I want any of that shit. I don't want to buy it just assuming I'm gonna love it and love those things I'm getting.
And the only way you can play it right now is if you buy
That,
one of
or
those
you can
things.
go into a stream, like a streamer stream, and they'll have codes you can get for free.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
There's a streamer called Weekend. He play WEAK3N.
I haven't heard of them, but yeah.
He's playing it right now.
Nice. Yeah, a big Destiny YouTuber, Untashed, saw a video. He was sponsored to play it, like stream it, but I guess after he did that, playing it for the sponsor, he just kept playing it. Like, dude, this thing's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
All right. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Great.
How are you doing, GM?
No,
That's
you
the
don't
real
know about
question.
that.
When you guys watch Destiny, who do you watch? You said sorry.
I watch like MTash sometimes.
Okay.
Just
I'm
for,
a pro bro.
bro. I watch like Fallout plays, Cammy Cakes.
Okay.
Like that.
And then a quick question, Jupiter. Could you put yourself more in the focus of the camera?
Focus you and your
Oh,
camera.
I
How
will.
about that,
If
dude?
you want me to, I'll get real close. But I don't want to. Alright. How's the GM doing? The GM is doing... He's hanging in there.
It's good.
That's how the GM's doing. No.
More tea.
And yes. The tea's too hot. It's too
Adult
hot.
tea.
This is some Anjo. Hopefully loosen the muscle tension there. So,
This is
welcome
Bane
to
of the
Bane of the
Ancients.
Ancients. Alright. Seems like everybody's doing okay. I'll take silence as yes, I'm doing great. That's usually what that means in America. And
Yes, please kill me.
I might.
Honey.
Got many more dragons you can talk shit to today.
I don't. That's the other thing. I don't know how well J.
Yeah.
Crew knows about bronze dragons.
Oh no, not at all. I know nothing. That
Well,
like
you
that
have
was
no idea how lucky you got.
Jupiter and
Yeah.
me have no knowledge
Literally,
of dragons.
probably the only dragon
That
type
was funny.
that you could have. I'm not saying that you wouldn't die from talking like that to a bronze. That you
Or that
won't
you
still
won't
die.
because you talk to
But
him like
of all the
that.
dragons, that's probably the only one you'd have a chance at not instantly dying from doing that shit.
Ah, nice.
No, I mean it's not nice. It's just lucky. It's lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice to know. Is what
It
I
is
mean.
good information to have.
There's actually a pretty good video I'll share with you later by Mr. Rex about bronze, the classic
Okay.
Forgotten Realms knowledge. But
By chance, during the break, did you have a moment to send me those
no,
teas?
I was
the glimpses.
checking on my partner and kiddo, and they required all of my time.
All G.
And I think Eludri was nice enough
good.
to get me some tea and drink while I was doing that. So thank you, Eludria.
Hearts to Eludria.
You can find
Yeah.
Eludria in the chat.
Lurking.
Probably. I hope.
Lurking and playing
Lurking,
Final Fantasy
creeping.
VI. Oh, or Final Fantasy 14.
14, yeah.
Oh, I thought he
Probably
wasn't
14,
gonna
I
get
assume.
that game for a while.
Oh.
No.
Oh, you haven't heard?
Anyways. So, you guys see about what you see here. Imagine you're up kind of, I don't know if that ping shows up, but you're breaking over the ridgeline and you can see this little hamlet along the hillside before the southern forest gets thicker. As far as direction goes, the angle of this picture is going from west to east. So,
You mean left
no,
to right, west to
like
east?
this over here, that is east, this over here, this is west. And
Okay.
up the hill is north, down the hill into the forest is south. If that makes sense. Everybody clear on that?
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
So you break over the hill, and you can see this down below. And from that distance you can tell it's pretty quaint, little houses made from old wood and, stone ceilings. And how do you approach town? Just come down to the road and run in? Or...
Yeah, I'm heading straight for
Okay.
Hazel, wherever we found
So-
her last.
I'm going to keep casting message to clear that until he answers
Okay.
me.
And let's see, with message, I think it's if you know generally where
120
they're
feet.
at in 120 feet. I'm just going up and reading it. Yeah, point your finger.
Just keep testing every building.
It-
How about that building?
It's like aiming a satellite dish on a walkie-talkie or something. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a d20, Winter. Just a normal d20. 9. Perfect. Okay. So, coincidentally, Levi was actually standing right about there, waiting for you guys to come back. And let me drippity
Wow, how
drop this
loyal.
guy in here. Ba-doop. Good old smirking
Look at that ugly
Cleovad.
Look at that ugly mug.
I think you mean Cleo dad.
Let's get a closer look
Oh,
at that beautiful face.
there you go.
Cleo
There you go.
daddy.
Truth and all.
More like Cleo bad. You know what I'm saying?
He's got
Oh,
that
definitely
tooth, you know? He can chew things.
He's got a that snaggletooth. Gotta love it.
Snaggle.
Yeah, he's got that nice little beard ponytail going on, so it's good.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, so as you come down the hill, before you even get into the hamlet proper, Cleovad sees you guys break the ridge and comes running up. And what do you say with message exactly?
If you're within range, respond.
I'm here, Master Winter. He tries to sound as official and noble as he can, because he's a page now, or whatever you hired him as. And he comes as a
He's a
retainer. He wants
retainer.
to be a page.
He does. But we are not at that point yet.
And
Nowhere
he
near.
comes running up, just big fucking grin on his face. And he's shaking his head with a smile and yells really loudly to all of you, I knew you guys could do it and you'd make it back no problem.
Yeah, Cleovad, where's Shanine? Or Shanine? Is that her name?
Yeah, I think
Yep,
it is
she's
Shanine.
with her family.
Yeah.
She's good. Yep,
You found her family?
it's in the
Where
house.
at?
Fuck. He's trying to.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, Cleovad.
It's
I've turned him around and we're just walking.
I want to inside check. them
yeah.
real
What
quick.
particularly are you looking for in Cleovad's tales?
Anything that shows any kind of worry.
Please roll. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is
You
your
can
retainer,
tell
okay?
he's throwing all the silver lining out right now. He's trying to be like, come in with this really good attitude, hoping that you guys won't, know what's waiting for you at this town. And with that insight check, he starts jumping in to some stuff. All right, guys, get this. So I got us lodging for the near future. We there's a house, one of those ones over there. When we get closer, I'll show you. And there's enough room for all of us to stay there. And the elder and the town's really excited to meet us. And they actually have a town meeting waiting to be scheduled as soon as we all get back. They really want to.
Cleovad,
Yeah.
Cleovad, high elves aren't excited to meet anybody.
They are excited to meet us. Trust me, they're excited. That's true.
They already
No, they're
met you. What do
excited
you
to
mean
meet
us?
all of you. Excited. Yep.
I'm gonna grab Cleo by
You
the
know
shoulder.
he's not telling shit right
I'm gonna
now.
say-
That.
Yep.
It's.
mhm. And we're going to walk a little bit forward.
Hey,
with
Winter.
Cleo. Don't bullshit me.
Oh, I.
Don't. No. Just tell me. Just tell me.
It's.
And I'm looking at the ground.
He's-
I'm just like, just
He's
tell me.
mumbling his words. It's best if we stay in town. And if Yakasame could move your camera. There we go. Sorry. They're good. You're good.
What?
You were just half a face for a second there with your awesome lean.
Sorry, I
Yep.
lean sometimes.
The town has some questions, Winter, and
Yep.
we need to go to the kind of meeting hall, and we need
Yep.
to answer the questions. And if we don't, they're gonna put a bounty on our heads and spread it around the region.
Okay.
And yeah, they're
Yep.
pretty upset about how the girl was roughed up and drugged around by us for days,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a lot of the town's pretty pissed off. But town elder is nice and did give us lodging, and they decided not to lock you guys up as long as you cooperated. So I just figured I could bring you to the town hall and we could talk to them.
Okay.
And it would be good. And
Yep. Okay.
but the girl
Yep.
is okay. We just
That's
we
good.
we need to go to the town hall like right now.
Okay. So you didn't tell them about how we saved her from a swarm of
No, I
murderous
did.
crows or anything
I
like
did.
that?
I did.
Okay. No, you
In
did.
fact,
Okay.
truth be told, the town leader is on our side.
Yep.
It's she is.
Oh, he is.
She is.
She.
Hazel is
Hazel's
on our
pretty cool.
side,
She.
and
So
she.
okay.
But
Out of how many people?
the rest of the town.
We have. Oh, so we have one person out of how many?
But she's an elder.
One person
Honestly,
with a lot
I
of
didn't
pool.
count them all.
No.
Okay. All right.
We'll go explain our side and our story.
I still have that coin, right? The
That's
cursed
a
one.
good question.
Or did you give
I
it
think
to
I
me?
did. I think I gave it. No, I gave you the chess piece.
Chess piece?
Yeah, why don't you? Yeah,
DM. Do I know this town?
roll a history. Let's see if Winter gives a fuck about this town. Essentially. Ooh, 21.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's one of the it's probably the nearest sizable settlement if you were to travel these empty roads going east. You haven't needed to ever stop here in your times you've been in carriage, rode right through.
Right.
But you know that this is mainly high elves. There's some half elves, some humans. They have some trade. It's farmers. They've probably been living here a couple hundred years. And you've heard that they found these ruined settlements and they decided to kind of fix it up, and they made a nice little spot for themselves over the last couple hundred years.
It's not one of those towns, though, right?
No, I mean these are honest high elf folk, and they just.
What do you mean one of those towns?
Like,
What does that mean?
like.
Can I roll an insight check on
DM knows
Bamboozle
what I'm
right there?
talking
Apparently,
about. DM knows what I'm talking about. Is it one of those?
As far as you know, this town has been standing after they've rebuilt it a couple of years, 100 years ago. There've been issues. You even recall now that you think about it that they listed a bounty in your town asking for adventurers and aid to come and slay a giant that had been stealing their kids. But
okay, but it's not. Let
it's
me
fine.
type it to you. Can you remove? All right, there we go. I had to remove Cleobad.
Can the question? Do I know this town through my travels of healing and
Roll a
stuff?
history.
Now the real question is, do I know?
You know what
this
you know,
town?
Yakasame. So, and that fits the narrative. You've been traveling the northern hills, but this is the first time you've come actually down into this town. You know vaguely that there was some elves living in renovated houses somewhere up in the hills, but that it was so small it didn't really matter, and you had no cause to care.
Okay.
Since you're looking for a traveler.
You can say yes or no.
I'd also like to bring up my background, just so it's out there.
Oh, no way.
That would be up to Winter. No. Not even in the running. at all.
Okay, that's all
these
I'm
guys
worried about.
probably not on most maps right now. Just it's like
Okay.
when you're driving across the state and you're like, oh, there were some houses. Where'd they go?
Okay, that's fine. So
And let me address Jupiter real quickly. You're well trained, smart, your talents may bring fame and renown. But, or you might be regarded as a witch, essentially. Got it. Cool.
Kind of sorcery.
Healing magic. And sorry, Winter, what was that?
that was my cat yelling, and yeah, I'm going to. Fuck it. I'm gonna pull out my crest, make sure it's on my shoulder before I walk in, spruce myself up,
Okay.
and tell Gleopad to lead the way.
What's that on your shoulder?
I don't hear it.
Insight check.
and check this out, guys. Awarthon sees Winter sprucing himself up and goes to cast a spell, wiggling his fingers, reading from a spellbook in the other hand. Clean. Oh, that went to jam only. God damn it. Casts mending to clean up the tatteredness.
Oh, where did you learn that from?
And he even brags like, I learned this watching Jupiter's work. Took some notes in my book here and figured out how to cast it while on the road.
I'm gonna
Looks
go
good.
cast it on him and be like, he's still got a little learning to do.
Fuck
Give
me,
him a
right?
wink.
Yeah, now you just need to be able to fix
He's
the
just
hole in your
cursing
chest.
in Elven to himself at this point. Like, fuck you guys.
I'm gonna say back to him in Elven. That's not a very nice thing to
That's
say.
exactly what I was meaning.
I'm going.
Go ahead, Winter.
Gonna look at the Orthon and say, "Good job." I may have to take that note from you also, if you don't mind. As long as we're not imprisoned.
Why would we be
Yeah, we'll
imprisoned?
see how long we're not.
I don't know, but if I have anything to say about it, we won't. Come
Are there
on now.
any animals around, DM, that I might
I
notice?
mean, you've got your birds in the trees, your pikas hiding under the rocks, where they're hunkering down. You've got your basic plain animals in the distance.
As we're
Okay.
walking down, Yakusame pretty quietly, probably to Winter mostly, whispers, like, I'm not going to
I'm not
prison.
going to fucking prison. Telling you right now.
So whatever happens,
I'm not going back!
I'm gonna go ahead and throw that one out there for you. Do what you will, but
I'm not going back.
I'm not
All
going
right,
to prison.
and then Jupiter, what were you hoping to do with the aminals, if anything?
I was gonna use speak with animals and as many that were close by, see if I could call them to me. Maybe have a pet ferret on my arm when I go in there. Ferrets are fancy, right?
Weasels, essentially.
Maybe when you wear them as skin.
Okay, so
fur.
you want to try and
Kinda
lure a
fancy.
ferret to you to help with appearances. And do you have anything? So, just for shits and giggles, I'll say you see a weasel hopping around in the distance, trying to hunt for field mice and pika and such. What do you have to kind of lure it in? How do you go about doing that?
Got
You
a
do.
fish.
A poisonous fish.
That is. Hold on. Where's the spell? I have a spell that I was going to use on this.
Yeah.
Really the start of all good stories.
Where did I put that spell?
For this.
Yeah. I
I
got
wrote something for this.
Chucky.
I won't need to have that
No.
prepared today.
Where is it? Nope. I have prayer of healing and not lesser restoration. Dang
Okay.
it.
You dang.
What am I? Poisonous fish and a ration. of like jerky. I don't know what
It
rations
can be
are.
whatever, you know, dried meats of various types, some hardtack.
Dry
Dry
meats.
So you've got some dry meat,
It might work.
Hold that out.
and you hold it out to the ferret. And so I'm assuming you're not ferret, but weasel. You're trying to approach it.
Like, pss, 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 pss.
Okay. So classic. Hey, weasel, I'm over here. Check this out. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an animal handling check to see how well you fish this weasel in with some dried meat.
Natural 1.
So I get advantage when working with animals. Does this count with that? Because of my speech of
Sounds
beast and
good.
leaf. Okay.
So double natural
18.
1.
That's not terrible, actually.
No concussion.
That's what I love about Roll20 right there. So, yeah, this weasel hops on over, not getting too close, looking at you from, say, 30 feet away, sniffing the air, looking at you.
I'll say, and speak animals, I'll be like, hey, friend, come sit on my shoulders for a bit and I'll feed you some meat. I just want to make a good animal buddy.
And the thing looks at you like,
Weasel does an insight check.
and yeah, I mean, you seem nice. You got meat. I'm fucking hungry. And, you know, the weasel just hops slinkily over, and it doesn't jump on your shoulders yet. It's like 5 feet away, kind of doing a sway back and forth, looking at the meat in your hand. Drool coming
I'll
down
like
the
kneel
mouth.
down on the ground and set it, and then step back a little bit,
Waits for you to step back.
just to get him a bit more
Waits for you to step
comfortable.
back. Keeping an eye on you. Grabs it, jumps back a bit, and just tears the dried meat apart. Eats it so fast it kind of hacks it up and has to eat it again. And then looks at you again. I'm assuming you have more meat in your hand.
Yep.
And yeah, it looks at you expectantly.
I'll hold my hand out for him to climb up. My other hand without the meat in it.
Very cautiously, and definitely feeling scared, and keeping the tension in its body to spring away at a moment's notice. Slowly scrabbles onto your hand and then runs up onto your shoulders where it feels safer.
And then I will take a piece of meat and give it to him. I'm gonna call you... I don't know what to call him. Quick, someone with a name. I'll call you Eludria. So then Eludria can play with us.
We can play with Eludria.
At least for a little bit.
Okay. So Eludria... Did that show up where you guys can see the nameplate? No. No, it will.
No. Mike.
So...
Eludria, you want to do a guest appearance?
Right now,
I'm not gifting that. No.
No, I'm talking with you.
Hold on, let's stop the game. Let me get another person in here, adjust all the camera
No.
angles, and perfect.
And you
not.
have to
Roleplay a fucking
No,
weasel.
it's not.
No. That's not the kind of guest star appearance we were playing in there.
What a twist.
What a twist.
That's what you get.
And the weasel was the main boss the whole game.
Nani?
Big bad ending,
Could have
guy.
Anyways, you got a weasel on your shoulder, basically choking on dried meat. As long as you keep...
I'll feed him tiny pieces, not too many at once, so he doesn't choke too
and
bad.
as long as you keep the meat coming, you can feel like after he eats the meat, he like loads his arms, ready to spring off of you and dart. And every time you bring another piece of meat, that load drops and he like scrabbles for it, munches it on your shoulder, getting drool everywhere. And that's the process. As long as you keep feeding him dried meat rations, you have a weasel.
Like a bear, you know? You have a pet bear. long as you keep feeding it, it won't eat you. But
Okay, so that happened. Kalievad's kicking rocks, staring at the ground, waiting for you guys to follow him to the main hall.
Yep, we're going.
Belutria, stop.
I'm going to look at Cleovad. Gonna put him over my shoulder, or put my arm around his shoulder and be like, "Did you tell him who I was?"
I called you Master Winter.
Okay, you
Nope.
didn't throw my last name out.
I just Master Winter.
Okay.
They didn't ask either.
Alright.
Didn't seem to care. I didn't know. I just said Master Winter.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, gonna give you a little bit of feedback. Could have went a lot better. Went a lot better.
Ooh.
Next time in a situation where they're thinking about imprisoning us, throw my last name out. You wouldn't mind.
also, don't just happily walk us into that without telling us.
Yeah, and that's another good point too. Yeah, let's not try to downplay the situation. Let's just be open with each other. I want you to take this as constructive criticism. Okay, don't think I'm being mad. I understand.
There's
in
some
this
good
situation
leadership
before.
qualities, Winter. I'm not gonna lie.
Just say
But,
that's like a
So
CEO
he,
level stuff.
he solemnly looks down,
But, we
intaking
can do
everything you've said, and he clears his throat. If you want me to be open and honest, Master, can I speak freely?
Yeah, of course. This is an open discussion right now. I'll tell you when to shut up.
Thank you.
Yep.
The town
Go ahead.
nearly lynched me until I talked them down and told them of the heroic efforts that you all put in. They were going to kill me and ambush you as you came into town if it wasn't for me and the village elder. Well, leader. She's not that old.
Really?
They were pretty mad when I brought their kid back with a huge welt on her head and had been missing for days. And her clothes all tattered, and
Yeah.
they thought I was like a monster for a moment, but they realized I was just a man. They
Yeah, I thought you were when I
literally
first saw you.
thought I
I
was
was gonna
like a
say, I
half
can
ogre
see
or
why.
part hobgoblin or something. I don't know why.
Well,
I can see that.
that's a great job. I'm glad you didn't get lynched. That was a great way to diffuse that situation. I'm proud of you. Good job. Like I said, man, you gotta throw that last name out there whenever we're in situations that are gonna fucking kill
How to
us.
use it.
Just
Okay?
okay.
It's okay. It's all right. This is your first time a near-death experience from a town.
That's
I
not
understand.
true. But okay.
Well,
I
okay.
could just imagine like Winter
Okay.
is like this 40-year-old CEO in a business, and this
Alright.
is just some little unpaid intern that's like first week there.
Like, let me tell you about the game here, kid.
I'm gonna teach you how to make
More
millions.
like Winter
Millions,
hired
kid,
a homeless man to
millions.
work at McDonald's, but
Okay.
That all work out.
Well, you said you like pole arms, right?
yeah,
That's your preferred
I
weapon.
love them. They're
Okay, I'm gonna give him the dragon spear.
oh, he's just like little in his little eyes as you hand him this spear. Is this
Bum, 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 bum.
is this mine?
Yep, sure is. Try not to poke your other eye out with it, or omit your only eye out with it. Yeah, let's not do that. Good job. Keep it up. Just remember, throw my fucking last name out when we're in situations where we're about to die. Okay? Good talk. And we're just gonna continue walking forward.
Cool. There we go. So yeah, you guys walk past him as he stares there, googly eyeing, wide mouthing this spear for a bit. But then he quickly catches up as he realizes he's alone and leads you down to the town hall, which is there. Just keep this map up, you guys can visualize the town. So you all come down there. And Cleovad bustles ahead when you get close to the town hall and does rap, 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 rap on the door, and it opens wide. The big old wooden door, unveiling a basically completely packed town hall. You can tell that there were some seating, but they all got pushed aside to the walls as everybody in the town is standing in there. You have various aged high elves, half elves, a few humans, and way more children than you thought could be just in a town hall. There's a ton of kids. Up at the front, you have a more finely dressed high elf, more dignified demeanor, cleaner clothes, softer hands, standing on the bit of this town hall that's lifted off the ground like a small stage. The podium was moved to the side, as were the chairs, so there's room to stand and everyone talk while standing. You can see the dust that's been accruing and smell it that's been accruing in the rafters. And the place has obviously been here a long time and has been restored over and over with more and more timber from the forest. As the door opens, oh god, what is her name? Azel, thank you. Instead of me having to scroll to it. Azel beckons frantically for all of you to come up to the front.
I'm gonna throw a random copper to a kid.
Okay. Any kid you're aiming for, or just the first kid you see? Just here you go, kid.
I'm throwing it.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it at him.
Bounces off their chests. They
I
catch
smile
it
wave at
and
Azel.
look at you like confused and concerned and puts it in their pocket. Azel sees Yakasami smiling and waving and gives her like a ha ha ha, yeah, great to see you kind of face.
So genuinely looks happy to see her.
And Cleovad starts walking up to the front. Do you all follow?
Yep.
Okay. So you break through the rabble, many of whom are glaring, others staring curiously and wide-eyed at your party. And as you come up to the front, the murmuring gets louder and louder, and Azel, God, is it Azel? I'm so tired. Let me write it down. Azel, right?
I just put Ayzal.
Azel gestures for everyone to settle down. I'm gonna do a cheat here and open this document twice. And they settle. Welcome to our town and our town hall. I'm sure Cleovad filled you in on the details that we're to meet and discuss the activities of the last week or so in our region, especially involving the missing children, the missing girl who was returned to us, the slaying of the Etten, the goblins, and the hag to the south. Shh, Yakasami. Shh, hold on. Before we begin, winter, everyone, and he bows. Frostgar, winter Frostgar. And the elder nods in recognition, and a few of the humans who probably do trading between your town and theirs go, oh. Oh. Most of the High Elves don't look very impressed, though.
Don't give a shit about them.
Thank you, Cleovad. And welcome, Winter Frostgar.
Why am I here?
That is exactly what we hope to discern with this meeting. What brought you to these hills, and what actions and events led you to cross paths with our young High Elf girl, as well as the actions involved with the goblins, everything like that. I will make this as quick and painless as possible to get through this meeting, though the town does have some questions, and I must say some of them are understandable. I hope you will bear with us, and we can proceed smoothly and briskly. Does that agree, or is that agreeable with you and the rest of your party? Understandable, but you must also understand that there has been some great turmoil around this town, and there was some very strong unrest. And she nods and bangs her staff on the ground a couple times to kind of quiet the murmurs. We're gathered here today to discuss the actions and the events that have taken place around our town to the north. First, I would like to give my own testimony and hopefully speed things along and answer as many questions as I can. Yakasame, your friend Katsu, and Awarthon entered our town and noticed our bounty for slaying a giant and rescuing our missing children, something that we had posted many months ago, and many adventurers had come and failed to do. They took it upon themselves to go investigate after children, found this cave that we had told them about, and slayed the giantkin that was in the cave. Upon that discovery, or upon that event, they discovered that was not the giant that was taking the children. They rushed back to me to inform me what they found, which, to our dismay, was many of the bodies of the villagers here, the parents whose children were missing, were found in the cave, as well as most of the adventurers who failed while attacking the Etten. I took it upon myself to follow them back up to the cave, spoke with the Etten with its last dying breaths. Well, unfortunately it did die. They could have probably found a way to save it, but the Etten was in fact protecting our town from the goblin threat north of here, and a bunch of the people are like, bullshit, not true, fuck you. It was protecting our town. It was visited by a wandering old man, wears brown robes, who enlightened the Etten and taught them better ways of life. I also learned from the Etten that there is a greater threat through the south that is actually what has been stealing our children. A hag that has been manipulating our children, stealing them, and creating unrest and blame towards the Etten that was to the north. As I mentioned, the Etten did die, and the goblins did come down to the south, but my network of resources did demonstrate that the goblin threat was cold. The adventurers killed the hostile leader and placed their old elder back in control, and I believe the goblins will not pose any type of threat. Before we open it to the floor, regarding those events, and not the events around our high elf child, what was her name again? Shanine. Is there anything you four would like to add, or you five would like to add? And she gestures to Jupiter, Winter, Awarthan, Yakasame, and Cleaved. He's a little concerned as many of the people down on the floor look extra pissed. And she looks to the rest of the party, giving you a moment to chime in. Jupiter, anything? Cleovad looks to Winter like, do you want me to talk? It's true. We tactically took out the hostile goblin as they identified, and we spent much time actually healing a bunch of the goblins to get them on our side. We set up healing stations and we used medical supplies to show them that we're on their side, and that's what led them to trust us, and they promised not to come attack the town. Yeah. So obviously, you people.
Without even knowing anybody.
Even Awarthorn looks insulted. Like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm so sad. Oh, Jesus. So, Yakasame is keeping the one, but you can roll your own performance.
Oh, fuck.
Your performance was solid, but your words were what you said, is what I'll say. So you were dramatic, had a noble presence, and commanded the attention of the room during your words. In fact, everybody hushed their murmurs to really take in the words you were saying. And a high elf man, pretty gruff, stern and solid. You can tell he's a hardworking farmer, steps forward, and he looks to Maisel. Can we speak now? And she gestures yes. I'm sure all of you know, except for you travelers, my name is Kalish, father of Shanine. I think you should know some more information, Winter, as you haven't been here long. Many of our parents of these missing children traveled up to that cave and died trying to rescue their children. So thinking that we had not experienced such loss as poor Yakasame here, which I don't know what business she had going up into the cave. She looks fragile. We've all experienced loss. We've all experienced loss. Many of us have lost our children. Many families have gone looking for their children, never to return. And, as Azel said, found their corpses strewn about the cave of this Etten that you say, or sorry, Azel says, was protecting us. If it was protecting us, why would it have killed all these parents? Why would it have killed all of these heroes going to go slay it? Or whatever they were doing. And I hope we can get through... There's a outcry of is rhetorical, but he does chime in after Winter chimes in. I hope we can get through this portion soon and talk about my dog. And Azel looks concerned. Winter, would you like to chime in about Shanine first? And Jupiter, with your passive, you can tell there's murmurs going on and glares going from Winter, but usually landing on you and holding on you more than Winter from the various farmer families. And the father waits to see if you're done, and if that was the end of your question. No. No, how can there be a second mommy? Does that even mean? Is that some human thing? Wait. Pause. You made a mistake earlier because when you went to get your coin, I got overwhelmed with everything and I forgot to have you check for it. I'd like you to roll me an investigation for the coin.
Player audio is out.
God damn it.
Messaged on Discord a couple times. Nobody noticed.
20 minutes ago. Is that when did it happen, Olivia?
I posted very shortly after it had happened.
Okay. In what space?
Recording and streaming.
Yep. Okay. Put it in the general audience chat because that's the one I'm watching.
Sounds good.
Okay, so 7 minutes ago. What's the last thing that you remember them saying?
Unfortunately, it was right near the end of Azel's speech, and so it cut out at Winter's speech.
God fucking
It's
damn it.
like...
Okay. Let me
That's what tipped me
reboot
off.
the fucking streams. Great. Alright. What? Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with this streaming tonight? I do not get this.